morning students. In last lecture we can discuss about the what is a probability, and we can also calculate the sum related to the probability. In this lecture we are going to our next example number 15. So in example 15 they are saying 5 cards. So we have how many total cards? 5. Which one? 10, jack means like that, queen and king and ace. So of a diamond are well stuffed with their face downwards. So they are we have the 5 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and they are downside. So we know, we don't know which card is which one. So one card then pick up at the random. So from 5 card I am taking one of card. We can take the one card pick up at a random. So what is the probability that the card is queen? So first of all, total card is 5, and out of 5 card how many are a queen? Only one. So first we can write like event A. The card is queen. So what is its probability? So probability of A, so total number of card is 5 according to the definition of probability, favorable outcome upon total outcome. So total card it is 5, so we can write 5, and out of 5 card how many are a queen? Only one. So what is its probability? 1 by 5. Now second, if the queen is drawn, so out of 5 card we can take the one card aside. So now we have only total 4 cards drawn and put aside. So now in second, total card is now 4. Clear? The total card is now 4. So we can write now total card is 4, because we can take a one card, it is queen, and it is we can put aside. So what is the probability that the second card pickup is an ace? So we can write event B, second card is an ace. So now we have the how many total card? 4, and out of 4 card we have only one ace. So what is its probability? 1 by 4. Now in second, it is second A, now second B. So in second B they are asking what is the probability the second card pickup is a queen. So we can already take the queen aside, so its probability is 0. So we can write here event C, second card is a queen. So what is its probability? P of C is equal to 0, because we can already drawn the queen from a well stuffed pack. So the probability of queen it is 0. Now the next question number 16. So in a question 16 they are asking 12 defective pens are accidentally mixed with the 132 good one. So it means what? 132 are a good pen and 12 are defective pen. So total pen is 144. So total pen is 140. Total pen is 144. Now it is not possible to just look at the pen. So good pen are mixed with the defective pen. So from just look and we cannot tell that whether it is a good or a defective one. So from this lot determine the probability that the pen taken out is a good one. So if we are taking a one pen from 144 pen, so what is the probability of that is it is a good pen. So we can write like that, event A, the pen taken out is good one. So P of A is equal to, so how many we have on the total number of pen? So total outcome is 144. Out of 144, how many are the good one? It is 132. So now cutting is possible. Yes, both are divisible with 2. So 2 6 are 12. So here we have 66. Here 2 7s are, so 72. Once again we can divide with 2. So here we have a 33. And here 3, so 36. So now it is divisible with 3. 3 11s are and 3 12s are. So what is our answer? 11 upon 12. So probability of a good pen from 144 pen, it is 11 by 12. Now next question. Question number 17. A lot of 20 good bulbs contain the 4 defective bulbs. It means what? We have a total 20 bulb. So we have a total bulb is 20. Out of 20, how many are the defective? It is 4. So it means what? Defective bulb is equal to 4. So how many are the good bulb? Good bulb is 16. Clear? Good bulb is 16. So one hour bulb is drawn at the random from a lot. So what is the probability that this bulb is a defective bulb? So first of all we can write our event A. First question, event A. The probability that the bulb is good one. So it is, we can declare it is P of A. So how many total bulb? It is 20. Out of 20, how many are a defective bulb? They are asking the find the probability that is bulb is defective. So how many are the defective bulb? 4. So 4 ones are 4, 5s are. So what is its answer? 1 by 5. Now second case. Suppose the bulb drawn in first, means first, is not a defective. Means it means what? Out of 20 bulb, we are taking the one bulb and it is not a defective. It means what? It is our good bulb. Is defective, is not defective, and it is not replaced. Now one bulb is drawn from the rest. So first of all they are asking if we are taking, so now total bulb is 15. Second, the total bulb is now 15. Clear? Total bulb are now 15. And how many are the defective one? That will be remain same, 4. Suppose that the bulb drawn in a first is not a defective and it is not replaced. So now one bulb is drawn from the rest. So what is the probability this bulb is not a defective piece? So it means what? We need to find the probability. So now total bulb is 19, because we can take one bulb from our rest of all. So next, so how many are the good one? Now good bulb is now 15. Clear? Good bulb is now 15. It is not a defective piece. So we can find the probability of event B. The probability that bulb is not defective. So now second, event B, the probability that bulb is not a defective one. So P of B is equal to, so total bulb is now 19 because we can already take the one bulb, and good one, how many are the good one now? It is 15. So answer is 15 upon 90. Exercise 15.1, question number 18. So the box contains the 90 discs which are number from 1 to 90. So if one disc is drawn at the random from the box, so find the probability that it bears a 2-digit number. So first of all, we have the total 90 disc. We have a total 90 disc. So we need to find how many are the 2-digit number. It is starting from 10 to 90. So it will be how many number? 81. Because 11 to 90 it is 80 number. And we can also consider a 10. So the total number is 81. 2-digit number. 2-digit number is 81. Now we want to find the probability a 2-digit number. So we can declare event A a 2-digit number. So P of A is equal to total, it will be 90. Out of 90, how many are the 2-digit number? It is 81. So 9 9s are 9 10s are. So what is answer? 9 by 10. Now second, perfect square number. So perfect square means what? 1 4 9 16 25 36 49 64, 81 and 100, but 100 is not between 1 to 90. So how many are the perfect square number? These all are the perfect square number. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 are the number which are the perfect square. So second, event B, a perfect square number. So it is P of B is equal to total number is 90. Out of 90, how many number are a perfect square? It is 9. So 9 1s are 9 10s are. So answer it is 1 by 10. Now third, a number divisible by 5. So how many number are divisible with 5? So third, 5 10, then 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, then 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, then 70, 75, 80, 85 and 90. These all number are divisible with 5. So how many that the total number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18 are 18 numbers. These all number are divisible with 5. So last, event C, a number divisible with 5. So it is P of C is equal to total number is 90. Total number is 90. Out of 19, 18 number are divisible with 5. So 9 2s are, 9 10s are. So once again 2 1s are, 2 5s are. So what is our answer? It is 1 by 5. Now next, second, question number 19. A child has a die. So we have one die which have the 6 phases as shown given below, like A, one phase have an A, B, C, D, E, and once again A. So now the dice is thrown. So what is the probability of getting A? So we have how many total phase? 6. Out of 6, how many times we have a 1 and 2? So first of all we can write event A, probability, getting a probability of A, getting a probability of A. So P of A is equal to, we have a total 6 phase. Out of 6 phase, how many times of A we have? 2. So answer is 1 by 3. Now event B, getting a probability of D. Clear? Getting a probability of D. So how many times of D here we have? Only 1. So P of B is equal to 1 upon 6, because we have a total 6 phase. Out of 6 we have only one time D, so its probability is 1 by 6. Now next, question number 20. Suppose you drop a die at the random on the rectangular region. Clear? We can put a die on our rectangular region in a figure as shown in figure. So what is the probability it will land inside the circle? So first of all we need to find area of rectangle. So area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth. So what is length? 3 into 2. So answer it is 6 meter square. So now next, so here there are that it will be land inside the circle with a diameter is 1. So diameter is given 1 meter. So what is its radius? If diameter is 1, so radius is equal to 1 by 2. Clear? It is a half of a diameter. Radius is equal to half of a diameter. So it is 1. So radius is 1 by 2 meter. Now area of circle. So it is pi r square. What is its formula? Pi r square. So pi 1 by 2 all square. So it will be 1 by 4. So answer it is pi by 4 meter square. Now next, so we need to find the probability that the die is inside the circle. So we can write event probability that die is land inside the circle. So we can declare it is event A. So P of A is equal to, in a denominator we can write the area of rectangle, it is 6. Clear? Because the whole region, out of this region, that what is the probability of dice is inside the circle. So we can write down the total area, it is 6. And what is the area of circle? It is pi by 4. So these both are multiplied. So what is its probability? Pi upon 24. Now next, question number 21. A lot consists of a 144 ball pens, of which 20 are defective and other are the good one. So first of all, total pen is equal to 144. So out of which 20 are defective, so we can subtract 20. So 144 minus 20. So these pen are the good one, good pen. So 144. So here we have a 4, 2. So it will be 124. So it means what? 124 pens are a good one and 20 pen are a defective pen. Clear? 20 pen are the defective pen. So Nuri will buy a pen if it is good. So first of all, one of the girl whose name is Nuri, she will buy the pen if it is good one, but not buy if it is defective. Clear? If it is defective, then she can't buy. So the shopkeeper draws a one pen and the random and give it to her. So what is the probability? She will buy it. So first of all, if it is good one, then and then Nuri will be buy. So first of all, case event A, she will buy a pen. So Nuri will buy the pen if it is good. So total pen is 144. Out of 144, how many are the good pen? It is 124. Clear? It is 124. Now divide with 2. So 6, 2. Here we have a 72. Once again 31. So here we have a 3 and 6. So what is its probability? 31 upon 36. Now second event, she will not buy a pen. So if it is defective, so she can't buy. So event B, she will not buy a pen. So V of B is equal to, so total pen is 144. Out of how many are the defective one? 20. So once again we can drop it. So here we have a 72. So here we have a 10. Once again 5. So here we have a 36. So answer is 5 upon 36. So it is our question number 21. Question number 22. It is related with our solve question number example number 13, which is given in our book. So first of all, before performing the question number 22, we can perform our example number 30. So it is very important example, because in the examination they can ask the dice and most often the stuffed deck example. See here, two dice, one it is blue and second it is grey, are thrown at the same time. So write down the all possible outcome. So if we throw the dice, so we have the what is our possibility? Either it is 1 1 or 1 2, 1 3, 1 4, 1 5 and 1 6. Similarly 2 1, 2 2, 2 3, 2 4, 2 5, 2 6, then 3 1, 3 2, 3 3, 3 4, 3 5 and 3 6, then 4 1, 4 2, 4 3, 4 4, 4 4, 4 6, 5 1, 5 2, 5 3, 5 4, 5 5 and 5 6, and last 6 1, 6 2, 6 3, 6 4, 6 5 and 6 6. So these are the total number of outcomes. So it is 36. Clear? So total outcome is equal to 36. Now next, so what is the probability that the sum of two number appearing on the top of the dice is 8? So how many event? The sum of two dice, it is 8. So see that 6 plus 2 it is 8. Then 5 plus 3 it is once again 8. 4 plus 4, 5 plus 3 and 6 plus 2. So out of 36 event, how many event that have the sum of 8? It is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So first we can declare it is event A. It is event A. The sum of two number is 8. So P of A is equal to, so total outcome it is 36. Total outcome is 36. So out of 36, how many have the sum of 8? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 are the events whose sum are 8. Now second, 13. So here the maximum addition 6 plus 6 is 12. So there is no event whose sum is 13. So event B, second, first Second, event B, sum of two number is 13. So it is P of B is equal to 0. There is no event whose sum is 13. Now third, less than or equal to 12. So it will be all. Clear? It will be all, because all event having the sum of less than or equal to 12. So C, event third, event C, the sum of two dice is less than or equal to 12. So P of C is equal to 36 upon 36. So answer it is 1. So now this sum is related to our question number 22 also. So they are asking what, complete the table if two dice are thrown. So what, the sum of events are given. See that 2. So sum of this event 1 plus 1, it will be 2. So out of these all 36 event, we have only one event whose sum is 2. So its probability is given in our question 1 upon 36. Similarly, they can also give us for 8. So we have a 5 event, we can already find that answer 5 upon 36. And last 12. So here we have only one event. See that we have only one event whose sum is 12. So out of this all 36 event, we have only one event whose sum is 12. Now next, we can also find out for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10 and 11. So first we can find for a 3. So how many event whose sum is 3? See that 2 plus 1 3, 2 plus 1 3. So we have only 2 event. So we can write down first, sum of two dice is 3. So what is its probability? Out of 36, 2 events are those events whose sum is 36. So here it is 1 upon 80. Now next 4. So find the event whose sum is 4. So it is 1, then second and third, because 1 plus 3 4, 2 plus 2 4, 3 plus 1 4. So we have how many event? 1, 2 and 3. So second, sum of two dice is 4. So P of B is equal to, we have how many event? 3 events. So answer it is 3 upon 36. 1, 2 and 3 events. Now next, so here we can fill up the table 1 upon 18, then 3 upon 36. Now next is 5. Sum of two dice is 5. So we can declare it is event C. So how many events whose sum is 5? 1, 2, because 1 plus 4 5, 3 plus 2 5, 3 plus 2 once again 5, and 4 plus 1 5. 1, 2, 3 and 4 events. So we can write down 4 upon 36. So 4 9s are 36. So what is our answer? 1 by 9. Now next 6. Fourth, sum of two dice is 6. So P of D, total number of event, it is 36. So how many event whose sum is 6? 5 plus 1 6, 4 plus 2 6, 3 plus 3 6, 4 plus 2 6 and 5 plus 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So what is the answer? 5 upon 36. Now next, fifth, the sum of two dice is 7. We can declare it is E. So how many event whose sum is 7? So we can use the different color chalk, so you can get the idea. 5 plus 1 6, 2 plus 5 6 plus 1 7, then 5 plus 2 it is once again 7, 3 plus 4 it is once again 7, 4 plus 3 7, 5 plus 2 7 and 6 plus 1 7. So 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So answer is 6 upon 36. So 6 ones and 6 6. So once again we can get 1 by 6. Now for a 9. Sum of 2 dice is 9. So it is F. So total event 36. So how many events whose sum is 9? So we can find out. 3 plus 6 it is 9. 4 plus 5 9. 5 plus 4 9. 6 plus 3 9. So 1 2 3 and 4. So what is our answer? 4 upon 36. So once again it will be 1 by 9 because 4 9s are. Now next, sum of 2 dice is 10. So total event is 36. So how many event whose sum is 10? So see that 4 plus 6 it is 10. 5 plus 5 10. 6 plus 4 10. So 1 2 and 3 events whose sum is 10. So 3 upon 36. 3 ones are 3 12s are. So it is 1 by 12. Now last, sum of 2 dice is 11. So total event is 36. So how many events whose sum is 36? Sorry, how many events are those events whose sum is 11? So 6 plus 5 11. 5 plus 6 11. So we have only 2 events. So 2 upon 36 it will be 1 upon 18. So we can fill up all the table. That is very important example, because in this example they can ask all the things, sum of all 2 to 12. Now they are also asking in second, a student argues that there are the 11 possible outcome. So how can you tell that there are the 36 outcome? So the possible outcome is also given from 2 to 12. So therefore each of them has the probability of 1 upon 11. So how can you write 6? So now see that we have the 2 dice, one it is blue and second it is grey. So for a first grey and second it is blue. So we have the 6 6 outcome for first and 6 outcome for a second. So we have the 1 by 6 probability for a grey and 1 by 6 probability for a blue. So if we are multiplying these both, so we have the total possible outcome is 36. So it is not a 11. Clear? It is not a 1 upon 11. So do you agree with this argument? No, we haven't agree with this argument. So how can we justify it? We can write the sentence. So probability of this sum will not be 1 upon 11. We can already define that we have the 1 dice, it is a blue, so it is possibility is 1 by 6, and for a blue once again we have the 1 by 6 possibility. So here 2 dice thrown at the same time, so we are multiplying. It is also called joint event. Clear? It will be joint event. So total possible outcome it is 1 upon 36. So some are not equally likely event. So it is our question number 22. Question number 23. A game consists of tossing a 1 rupees coin 3 times. So if we throwing a toss, so we have the 2 outcome, either head or a tail. Now we have a 2 coin and we are simultaneously throw. So we have the 4 outcome like HH, HT, TH and TT. If we have a 2 coin and we are tossing a 2 coins simultaneously, so we have the 4 outcome. And here they are saying that what? The 1 rupee coin is 3 times and nothing it outcome each time. So it means what? If we have a 3 coin, so how can we write TH and TT? Once again I am writing HH, TH, TH and TT. So here we can write H, H, H and here we can write T, T, T. So we have a total 8 outcome. If we have the 3 coin and we can toss the 3 coins simultaneously, so we have the total outcome is 8. Clear? So we can write total outcome is equal to 8. Now they are asking Hanif wins if all the tosses give the same result, means 3 head or a 3 tail. So we have only 2 event, 1 and 2. So now if I am tossing, clear, if I am tossing and Hanif get the head or tail, so Hanif win. And if they get the remaining 6, so it means it lost the game. So they are saying calculate the probability that the Hanif will lose the game or win the game. So first of all, event A, Hanif wins the game. So P of A. So how many total outcome? It is 8. Out of 8, Hanif wins if 3 tail or 3 head. So it will be only 2 event. So 1, 2 ones are 2 fours are. So out. So answer it is 1/4. Now we can also find out for Hanif lose the game. So it is P of B. So total outcome is 8. So out of 6, if he get head tail or head tail head or head tail, remaining 6 outcome, so Hanif lose the game. Clear? Hanif lose the game. So answer it is 3/4. Now next, question number 24. A dice is thrown twice. So once again we have a 36 outcome, which we already discussed in our question number 22. So what is the probability that 5 will not come up either time? Clear? So how many times they will not come either time, means first and second dice both, and 5 will come up at least one. So 5 will come at least one and 5 will not come up either time. So first of all, how many times of 5 come? 1 5, 2 5, 3 5, 4 5, and 5 5, and 6 5. We can also find 5 1, 5 2, 5 3, 5 4. 5 5 is already there. So we have 5 6. So how many, if I am throwing a dice, so we have a total number of outcome is 36. Clear? Total outcome is 36 as we discussed in our question number 22. We can write all the 36 outcome. Out of 36 outcome, how many time will be 5 come? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and 11 time. So first of all they are asking 5 will not come up either time. So out of 36, 11 events are those events. In these the 5 will come. So we can subtract 11 upon 36 from 1. So we can get our answer. So we can write first event A. 5 will not come either time. So it means what? P of A is equal to, out of 36 we can subtract 11. So 36 minus 11, so it will be 25. So 25 events are those events. In these 5 will not come. Clear? Like 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, 1 4, 1 6, because 1 5 is already there. Like, so we have the 25 events are those events. In these 5 will not come either time. Second, event B, 5 will come at least once, means 1 or 2, both are possible, at least once means. So it means what? We can write P of B is equal to, out of 36 events, 11 events are those events in which 5 will come up at least 1. Now the last question of this chapter, question number 25. So which of the following argument are correct and which are the not correct? So give the reason for your answer. So if two coins are tossed simultaneously, there are the three possible outcomes: 2 head, 2 tail, or one of each. Forget this outcome. So if we are tossing the coin 2 times, so here we are, first of all we can find the answer for a first. So if we are tossing the coin, so we have how many total outcome? 4. 1 headed, head tail, tail head, or tail tail. If we tossing a coin, so we have the 4 possible outcome: 1, 2, 3 and 4. So they are asking, so first of all we can find for a 2 head. So probability for a 2 head, probability of 2 head. So total outcome is 4. Total outcome is 4. Out of 4, how many time of 2 head? 1. So answer is 1 by 4. Then 2 tail. So once again 1 by 4 because it is only one event. Or a 1 of each means, 1 of each means how many events are those events? 1 of each. It means it is 2 by 4. So answer it is 1 by 2. So each time we can get the answer either it is 1 by 4, 1 by 4 or 1 by 2. But we cannot get the answer 1 by 3. So it is false. Clear? Its statement is false. Now second, if a dice is thrown, there are the two possible outcomes: an odd number and even number. So therefore the probability of getting an odd number is 1 by 2. So first of all we have a total 6. If we throwing the dice, so we have a total 6 outcome, either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or a 6. Now how many are? First of all we need to find out the probability for a odd number. So out of total 6 number, how many are the odd number? 1, 2 and 3. So 3. So answer it is 3 ones are 3 twos are. So answer is 1 by 2. So it is true. Clear? The getting a odd number, probability of getting a odd number is 1 by 2. So it is true. So this is our question number 25.